Google has been in a buying mood as of late. It's made more than 17 acquisitions in 2010 and shows no signs of slowing down. Bloomberg had an exclusive interview with the company's CEO, Eric Schmidt. Our Cris Valerio is in San Francisco with more. Hey, Cris.
Hey, Carol. Well, that's right. Google has spent a ton of money this year, more than $1 billion actually, in acquiring all of these small companies. And CEO Eric Schmidt telling our reporters he's not planning on slowing down anytime soon. He said, quote, "The opportunities are there. We can afford it." He also said we're in a mode of investment for the long term. Now, the question, of course, is why the sudden interest in inorganic growth? So that is growth via acquisition versus building up the units that they've already developed. And Eric Schmidt, the CEO, essentially saying, you know, some of these internal projects have failed to produce the growth that they really want. And that is one of the reasons that they continue to expand. Now, Google, as you well know, has been snapping up companies in everything from social networking to mobile technology, also graphic advertising. All of these are areas, of course, that it is trying to expand in. And remember, Carol, more than 90% of Google's revenue comes from traditional search advertising. And it feels that if it wants to continue to grow, dominate the internet, be synonymous with the internet, it's going to have to grow its revenue outside of that area.
And, you know, Cris, speaking of diversifying, I did see a headline that Google's going to try to get into television advertising.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? I mean, really different. Talk about diversifying, right? Very different area. That's right. We had headlines today that Google has entered into a partnership with DirecTV to sell television advertising. Now, DirecTV, of course, is the largest satellite provider in the U.S. Google's going to sell ads for its network. Some of the networks include TV Guide, even, I should disclose, Bloomberg Television. The financial terms of the agreement were not disclosed, but here's the bottom line. DirecTV gets advertisers that perhaps are traditionally would not advertise on TV. Meantime, Google gets to kind of dip its hand into this whole other area of advertising, proving once again it's really trying to diversify all the offerings that it has when it comes to its products.
Like you said, something completely different. All right, Cris, thanks so much. Our Cris Valerio out there on the West Coast.